Ahoy, everybody. So, welcome to this more in-depth presentation of the Sailfish user experience. So, my name is Martin Schuele, and I'm Jolla's chief designer. Before going really into the presentation, I would like to answer a question which we got related to our logo types. So, why do we actually have so many different logo types? Well, we are still a very quick evolving company, so please go to our webpage, jolla.com, press on the logo type, and then you will see further information. Okay, so in this demo session, we will actually cover a bit of background information, like our design drivers, design manifest. We will talk about the visual style and the philosophy behind it, so Jaakko will present that. We will have a live UI walkthrough, so we will plug in a device, present just the UI on the screen. And then we will have also a brief intro to our way of working. Jolla will cover that. How do I go? No. Just slow. It's not going further. Okay. About our design drivers, so let's start with simplicity. So whatever we do it really in a simple manner and beautiful manner. So our designs are not at all like cold or plain. Instead, we keep it reduced, clean, easy to use. Logic. We create connections between entities in a way in a modular manner so that we build something bigger, so that we don't have to redo the stuff again and again. Magic. So we innovate, we are playful, we surprise whenever we use our device. Our manifest here helped us and is still helping us while developing and designing the Sailfish OS. So how would you actually design a layout for the device? I guess you will start here with a status area, horizontal stripe on top. Then you put something at the bottom, like navigation toolbar. After that, you notice you need an application header to write the name. After that, you notice you need some tabs, further stripes. The result is simply less and less stuff, less and less space for your content. Thanks. So now in Jolla, well, we just have that. It's just uncluttered. We don't have any UI Chrome. So the whole stage is just your content. Now in the past, devices and displays became larger and larger. And this makes it more and more difficult to use it in a convenient manner. So you have to stretch your finger to reach a back button. You have to move the device back and forth while interacting with the device. Now our user interface has a new interaction paradigm which is solving that issue and makes us far less independent of any screen size. So people are aware of touch interactions. So people know that when there's a touch device, there's a button. They know that tapping on that button will execute an action. So we agree that we don't need to overdraw that to have these super 3D presentations of UI controls anymore. So instead, we just have class. We have a class pattern and light shining through the class pattern, and the light is communicating with you. So in fact, there is actually just a class between the technology and you. And we are really playing with that. We are celebrating that. So it's very common that people do several things at the same time. So streaming, listening to streaming music, browsing the web, checking the emails, lots of stuff happening. So we make multitasking now extremely quick, extremely nice and meaningful. So instead of going through lots of waypoints, we can directly jump to the things which are important for you. Our applications do fully run in the background, but there's still no need to show the whole information of an application. Also here, we pick the information which is really important for you, and we show that on our home view. Then about the people. So, well, these are people from our company. Well, we all are different. So we all like different things. We all do different things. We like to express our mood. We like to express and reflect the ambience. So Sailfish UI is about evolvement. It's about possibilities to create your very, very personal device, unlike others. So let's say now hello to our UI. Okay, is Carol back? Okay, so you have it. Let's put it here.
There you go.
So may you switch the presentation? Also here? Could you switch it here too, so that we see the screen? Okay. So here, lock screen. So we have one vertical stripe. So it's the lock screen first. When I push that further, I enter the home view. Below that, there's the launcher. It's one simple, logical orientation. When I'm on the home view, you notice that we do not have a static area for the status area. Instead, I simply push down the home view a little bit. It reveals the status information in large, readable manner. But now let's start a couple of applications. So let's start. This is a very simple map application. Well, the Wi-Fi connection is rather broken here. So let's push the application away via a gesture and open another application, the media player. And again, so just from the side, I move my finger, push the application back, enter the home view. So here now on the home view, you do not have a full one-to-one representation of the application. So instead, you have something more focused. So here, well, if the Wi-Fi would really work well, you would see the map, your current location. And here, for instance, there's the album art of the last played song. Let's go to the phone application. And here, phone application is a good example of how much we actually reused the UI Chrome. There is no UI Chrome. It's just a call, log. Here, all my missed calls which I made, tapping on one item would initiate the call. On top, you notice there's this glow. So whenever you see a glow on top, it's the indicator for our innovations, the so-called pulley menu. So you just track the list again. From that orientation, you just push it down. It reveals the options for that particular view. Now, if I do that a bit slower, you notice that the options get actually focused. And there is a visual feedback on the screen, there's an audio feedback, and a vibra feedback. And now, when I release my finger, I enter the dialer. And this is a way how you can interact with that device without really looking at it. So I just pull down the menu, get the feedback, release my finger on the street, from the screen, and voila, I'm one step further in the dialer. In the dialer, you notice that we have a placeholder here on top of the lock screen. So we are not moving users constantly to a new environment, a new view, a different layout. Instead, we add the to-be-made call on top of the lock screen, because the call will appear later on simply on the lock screen. So I type in the numbers here. I would make now a normal call. Flicking on the keypad allows me to change the call method. So now I would make a VoIP call according to my current account settings. If I now push the application away, here, I enter once again the home view. if I do this slowly, you see, I'm still within the phone application, but I'm fully able to look at the home screen, at those covers, and the information which they communicate to me. So now in these covers, you notice that when I switch back and forth, call log here, it shows my last made calls to some of my colleagues. And there are two indicators here at the bottom of the cover. Now, moving my finger on top of the cover to the right side reveals again a pulley-like menu option. I simply release my finger and I jump directly to the dialer. So this is really an extremely quick way how to navigate within the UI, and it's really fun to play around.
And also use.
So our media player. So here we developed a framework. So the media player combines all your media. It's all in one application. So the videos, your music, streaming music, internet radios. Here's the list of songs. If I would like to go now back to the main view, I do not need to find a back button. So which is like either on top of the screen, or here, or somewhere on the screen, or on the hardware. Instead, I just drag the whole view horizontally, push it back, and I'm in the main view. So this is really like a very pleasant way how you navigate within the UI. Let's play one song. So here, if there would be now audio connection, we would hear the playing song. I can reveal at the bottom, there was also the pulley indication. I can reveal more of the toolbar. When I now push back and enter the home view, there are here the small controls on the related cover, and I'm able to pause the music directly on the home view. So there's no need to open the media once again, find that button. Instead, I can apply the action directly here on the home view on top of the cover. Our people application is simply about the people who you love. So instead of having an endless list of contact names which you have to scroll up and down, we focus on the people which you really love, so your favorites, and combine it with a powerful search capability on top. So if I tap, of course, on Mark's contact card. Really? Okay, so also here, actually, it's a very uncluttered view. You see Mark's contact info. We have an expandable list so that we are not constantly showing all these actions on the view and create really messy views. If I would like to go back, I just grab the whole view and push it back and enter the main view. Now a gallery here. So right now I just have a view albums, but the main view features all the albums. So let's check out all my photos. You see, well, we have pretty good performance here on a rather old hardware. Here I can flick through all these pictures. When I tap the picture, I bring back a little bit of UI Chrome, and instead of just displaying all these old things about editing stuff on the device, we focus here on the things which really matter. So a quick way how you can share it to other services, to other applications which all have this imaging filtering or image manipulation software. And I'm able to go back simply via a swipe. Okay, so now let's silence this phone. We have the pulley menu also here on top. I go here, and I will hand over to Jaakko, who will speak more about the visual style and the philosophy about it.
I can use that phone.
Yeah, yes.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, thanks everyone. Welcome to Slush and Selfish UI hands-on demo in-depth session. So my name is Jaakko Roppola, and I'm a senior designer at Jolla. And I'll be talking a wee bit more about how we ended up actually looking all this textured glass pattern and really reduced information. So selfish UI is really about simplicity. And it's about you. It's about you, especially you, sir, pay attention. Because we all, like Martin said, yeah, can we have that on, please? So like Martin said, we are all different, and we want to highlight that in a different manner, because we're not alike, we are unlike. So, yeah, and it's about also honesty, because quite often we see on modern touch devices, we see this hyper-realistic graphics, visuals, components, and objects, and they desperately try to communicate something that they're not, because they're not honest towards the medium. Because the medium is glass, you can't change that, at least without voiding your warranty. So yeah, we already assume quite a lot by saying that people know that they can interact, they can touch, they can pan, flick, do anything with the touch device. But it's really a correct assumption anyway, even if we do assume so. So quite a bit of good learnings have been learned from the past generation of devices. And now it's simply time to say politely thank you for all those nice devices and move along. And I would like to quote our fictional friend, Riker Williams. And he said aptly that if you want to get ahead, you have to take chances and stand out from the crowd and get noticed. Yeah, I think I got it. Sorry, Trekkie fans, if I didn't. You can punch me later. So we decided to abandon this traditional approach of UI Chrome and high production visuals, because we had something completely different in mind. And to pull that off, we needed two things, actually. We needed something really simple, simplified a visual language, if you may, and to give Sailfish UI kind of an edge over time, trends, fashion. Because that, excuse me, I have to look at some of my notes. Pardon me. Got a bit lost here. So yeah, but only by using that really plain visual stuff, it would be quite boring still to have a monotonic background, nothing much there. So we needed ambience, and we've been talking about ambience a lot today. So, but as all good stuff is based on repetition, I'm gonna go through once more. Can I have a device signal on left and right screens, please? No, please. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the gallery. I'm gonna close few apps here. Okay. Open gallery and select photos. And well, it's familiar stuff to every one of you already, but it's still something very special, because now we're showing only stuff from the gallery, and you can create different ambiences from just the gallery stuff. But we have to think beyond that. We have to think unlike, because it's much more that you can do with your smartphone. So it could also express much more than what you're currently doing and you are currently seeing here on these two screens. And what really makes the appearance of Sailfish devices really unique, it's all of you who use it. Because every one of us will bring their unique touch to how the device looks. Because I think we at Jolla, we believe that everybody has the right to really express their own feelings and emotions, and to be different, and to stand in a crowd and stand out. So I think that pretty much covers what I had in my mind to speak about this. And I would like to now hand over to my friend Joona, who will be explaining a bit more about the way we work and how we managed to actually pull this off in a quite short amount of time. Let's hear it for Joona Petrell.
Thank you. Like Jaakko said, my name is Joona Petrell. I'm one of the chief engineers in Jolla. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we develop products. Most of us have long background in mobile industry. We have been building mobile products for many years now. What I think makes Jolla so special is that the designers and developers work within the same team in tight cooperation. This allows us to build substantial apps, applications, use cases, often within days, if not sometimes weeks. And we often get a working prototype up and running within a day. We all use transparent over-the-air updates, software updates to the devices. So we make sure that everybody, designers and developers, always have the latest experience in their devices, which we are building. We put special effort in developing directly on the device, so we can be certain of the experience we are creating. And we basically iterate the user interface and the user experience until the experience is polished and until everybody in the team is satisfied. Next part, I'm going to talk a little bit about the technology side. I know you came for the user interface. And you can see from the slide here, we are using technology called QML and Qt Quick to build the experience. In here, you can see on the left side, very simple Jolla application, Sailfish application. And on the right side, you can see the QML code that produced that application. And what I think in here is so remarkable is that it's only 13 lines of code, and we have a working phone application. It pulls real contacts from the device user databases, and it will make real phone calls when you tap a contact. So we believe QML and Qt Quick are superior to other industry UI toolkits out there. Traditionally, creating new user experiences has been quite difficult because most platforms, they couple the visual style and the interaction style within the components, which makes the innovation difficult. Often you have to go very low level, OpenCL, ES, or to get really full control of what you want to do. And this slows down the speed of development. And if the speed of development is slow, the number of iterations to the experience you can do before you have to ship is also limited. The QML is built from ground up for building pixel-perfect and fluid user interfaces. It's closer to the rapid prototyping tools like Flash, HTML5, but it's much better suited for touch UI creation. And what I think is cool here is that we use the same technology for prototyping and for the production. So we get performance that runs really well on, I don't know, $100 hardware. But, and we can always map the features and the use cases to real functionality, like telephony and camera hardware. We can map them to real user data and services. And I'm really excited what we are able to create in the next half year. And if you want to learn more about the technical side, I hope to see you tomorrow in 10 o'clock in the SDK demonstration. Thank you. Back to you, Martin.
So in short, so we created here now in a very short period of time really a unique solution. So we have a very powerful, true multitasking. We have the effortless interaction. We have the ambient look and feel. Soon all that will be also in your hands. We hope that together with you, we drive this also further, and the journey actually just begins. Thanks a lot.